So I'm not sure if you guys knew, but I launched a second channel called Stas Talks Money, where we break down personal finance, general finance, more just broad money topics. And I'm also calling out a bunch of crap that I don't agree with in the financial space. I have a bunch of videos on Dave Ramsey. A lot of people hate on me for that. But yeah, before we dive into the 5 stocks, I just wanted to ask you all a favor. Feel free to go down below and subscribe to that channel. We're trying to blow that channel up. Or just simply go to the YouTube search bar and type in Stas Talks Money. Go check it out. Feel free to subscribe. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, let's talk about these 5 stocks. So stock number 1, ladies and gentlemen, is good old Amgen, ticker symbol AMGN, which had a pretty good day on Friday. I mean, a lot of stocks had a great day on Friday, considering all of the indexes were up well over 2%. So Amgen, you guys can see, took a bit of a beating. Not too bad, but it did draw down about 13% from $300 here. Let me zoom in and show you guys. That was in the beginning of November, and it came down all the way to roughly $258 in the beginning of this month. So again, 13% is what it sold off. And now, in the past just day or two of trading, it's been reversing. It started to reverse. We broke above the 50 SMA and the 180 SMA. We closed above both of those moving averages here on the 4-hour chart. And notice how, again, we hit 258. Notice how, if I pull back here on the yearly chart, you're going to see, look at that, $258 here on Amgen. That was the double top resistance from earlier in 2022. You guys can see in April and I believe in May, June. Right around May, June, it peaked at about 258. So clear double top. Then we sold off to about 228 at that point. So the fact that now, the reason why this is a big sign for the bulls is because, again, that was an old resistance. The fact that we held that as a new support, we bounced off it. Now we're trading in the mid 270s again. That is a very, very good sign that the trend here is continuing, that bulls are still in charge, and that little 13% sell-off, that was just a healthy pullback. That's it, pretty much, right? So let's see what happens this week, guys. We have a lot of, we saw a lot of momentum heading into the end of last week. Now let's see if this continues. I'm going to set my alert at about $280. Let me do that now. Mark is at or above $280. Let's do that because, look, if you guys notice, 280 was support back in the beginning, middle of November, all throughout pretty much the middle of December, before we then obviously broke 280 and we went down all the way to 258. So now 280 is a resistance, right? This point needs to break. Let's see if it ends up doing that. What do you guys think in the comments? Let me know down below. Now, we have 2 mining companies here that I want to talk about. As you guys know, gold and silver, those have been doing very well. Gold is up in the past just couple of months from not even a couple months, guys. We're talking 2 months. This is 60 days we're talking. In the past 60 days, gold is up 15%, up about $250-ish an ounce. That's a big move for gold. And we have silver in the same time period up even more. Well, it actually started rallying before gold started rallying. But this started rallying, where was this? In the beginning of September? Yeah, from $17.50 an ounce roughly to $24.75 an ounce. This thing went up 42% in about double the time that gold went up. Whatever that was, 15%. So it ran up 40%, about 120 days. Gold ran up 15% in 60 days. So solid, very good. I mean, silver obviously outpaces gold in gains. It's more volatile, and it works both ways. When gold's going down, silver goes down even more, guys. You've seen that if you track the metals. So these have been ripping, and a lot of the gold stocks, the mining stocks, those have been turning around ever so slightly as well. We can see Barrick Gold, ticker symbol GOLD. This hit $13. That was the low from back in the beginning of November. And ever since that point, it's been on fire. It hit $19 roughly. That is a $6 rip, which is roughly 50%. We're talking 45% of a move there for Barrick Gold. So this has been above the moving averages for months. It's been breaking out of not all-time highs, but multi-month highs for a good amount of weeks at this point. It's been doing that. And at this point, it's about to break potentially $20, which, if you guys take a look here, if I draw this out, back in the middle of May, we had a prominent level of support at around $20, which now is resistance. So if we could see this break through $20, watch out above on Barrick Gold. And sure, there's going to be many pullbacks in the meantime, probably, or you know, maybe let's say it breaks $20 to $23, then it pulls back a little bit. Keep that in mind, but overall, the bulls are 100% in charge on Barrick Gold and on Newmont Corporation. Look at this. This has been reversing for weeks. We called it out a couple, probably about a week ago when it was right around the top of the wedge here. Then we broke out of that in the past couple of days of trading, which is awesome here for NEM. And guys, I mean, at this point, it looks like it wants to fill the gap to $55. If that breaks, maybe it fills the gap to 58. Maybe goes up even higher. At this point right now, it's at roughly $53 a share. So NEM, I'm loving it. Keep your eyes out on it. Newmont Corporation and Shopify is also looking decent here. Shopify, well, one thing worth mentioning is it's still under the 180 SMA. Keep that in mind. Also, it's still under the lows, or rather the highs from the end of last year. So keep that in mind as well, being about $37. But if this could break 37.38, I'll set my alert right there, right now. If we're able to break that level, guys, we could end up seeing the right shoulder in this inverse head and shoulders that you guys are seeing right here. Well, maybe you're not seeing it, but I'll draw it out. We might see that right shoulder really start to gain some momentum, maybe towards 40, maybe even above that, low mid 40s. So yeah, Shopify, keep your eyes on that inverse head and shoulders. And not to mention, guys, if I pull back a little bit, that's, again, right by the moving averages. This could really be a breakout spot for the stock. So SHOP, we also have to watch out for Block, which is ticker symbol SQ, guys. This had a very good day on Friday, 6.6%, almost 7%. Green day, it broke out of the moving averages and the wedge here, and now it looks like it also broke the highs from the beginning of December. Not quite yet the middle of December, but the beginning of December, the highs were $69. So we did break above that point on Friday momentarily, and we closed right around $69 here on Square, also known as Block, whatever you guys want to call it, right? So let's see if this momentum continues. I'm going to set my alert right around 72, which is the high from the middle of December. Let's see if that level is able to break. Mark is at or above $72 here on Square. And let's see, the last one is one that we've been talking about, but I want to continue to bring it up to your attention, to put it on your radar, because it looks pretty good heading into this week. It had a great week last week, and again, it's setting up for potentially an even better week. Maybe not an even better week, but a nice continuous, let's see if the momentum continues because of how last week ended up playing out. Friday, Nucor had a 5% green day, broke out of the moving averages here. And at this point, guys, we do have a resistance coming up, and we can see here the lows from pretty much end of November, early December. Those lows were right around 145. We're right under that point, so that is a resistance at this point in time when I'm making this video, guys. But if Nucor could end up plowing through that point, this could end up seeing even more upside. So I'm going to set my alert at 145.50 on Nucor, and from that point, maybe we fill the gap to 150.55, which was the high from the beginning of December. Then if that were to break, I'll set another alert at 155 right now. Let me do that. Mark is at or above 155. That breaks, we could be going to the top of the channel, maybe towards the highs from earlier last year. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I just wanted to come in here today and break down a bunch of quick stocks, and I'm going to make another video later on today because we have more stocks to talk about. We have a lot of companies reporting earnings. Well, not the most exciting companies this week, but earnings season is upon us. Either way, we have banks reporting on Friday. Some include Bank of America, JP Morgan, Citigroup, Wells Fargo. We have companies like Delta Airlines, so airlines are starting to report later this week, and we have United Health Group. So we're going to break down all of those companies, the projections for earnings, and just a bunch of other stocks, SPY, Triple Q. We're going to talk a lot later in my next video, so make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button. Let me know any other stocks you'd like me to talk about today in my next video, because I didn't make that video yet, and well, you guys can drop a comment, and I'll potentially include those stocks in the video. And don't forget to subscribe to my second channel, Stocks Talks Money. We're trying to blow that up. Don't forget to also get your free stocks from Moomoo and from Webull. All the details are linked down below. You guys could also check out the Patreon if you want. And with that being said, cheers. I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.